Hello, hi Miss.
Hi.
My name is Lailatul Nursyada binti Abidin and I'm a student from Unitar International University and I'm majoring in education. I'm taking a degree right now.
Okay, education. Are you majoring in any subject?
Yes,
What is the...
I'm taking a test, sir.
Oh, great. Okay.
So, yeah. First, can you introduce yourself first?
Okay. I'm Yong Lin. I'm an English teacher, currently teaching at a public secondary school in Kuching, Sarawak. Kuching is where I grew up, and then my first posting was in Sempurna, Sabah. That's how I met my students here, Warda. Yeah, in Sempurna. Yeah, I think that's a bit about me.
Okay. So, for the question 1, I will ask you, it's about how does the use of technology help improve the teaching and learning process in schools?
Okay, I think for technology in teaching and learning, for teachers, first of all, I think it allows more resources. It allows teachers to have access to resources that are available online and across the world. So we used to only be able to refer to textbooks or reference book, but nowadays we have plenty of resources that we can find on the internet, and at the same time we have AI tools that could make our lesson planning easier, and then we can be more creative when planning our lesson. Whereas for students, I think the use of technology in the classroom definitely improves students' engagement, as in students will be more interested when teacher actually use technology, such as the simplest or the easiest way would be maybe playing a video in the classroom, or showing PowerPoint slides, or even just playing a song that students always listen to. That could actually be some of the efficient way to engage students in the learning process. Yeah.
Okay, good answer. Okay, next question is about what are the main challenge faced by teachers and students in using technology for digital learning?
Okay, so based on my experience, I teach in Sempurna and I also teach in Kuching. So for city schools, of course, it is a bit more challenging to engage students in meaningful learning. Okay, why I say so? This is because most of the students in Kuching, they actually own a device like a handphone or iPad, or some of them even have their own laptop. Okay, they have no problem accessing to resources. They have also no problem using the internet itself. And I would say they are very good at using technology actually. Okay, so that is why in the classroom, let's say one day, I'm just merely using my textbook and exercise book without anything that is technology related. It can be sometimes challenging to attract their attention or to keep them focused on just writing things down. Yeah, students' attention span becomes lesser and is sometimes a bit hard to get them really focused and doing a work that I assigned them. Okay, that is one. Whereas for schools that are not in the city, say somewhere that I have found before, Sempurna, I think the challenge is the limitation of equipment or devices that students have.
Yeah.
Okay. So from what I experienced, oftentimes maybe for one family, the only available device is one handphone, and it's not even for one student. Sometimes they have to share among siblings, let's say 3 to 4 siblings. So it became very challenging, especially during COVID time, where everybody need to attend online class, but only one device, so who is going to get a chance to use it? So that makes it extra challenging for students to learn in that sense. So those are the main challenges that I've seen so far when it comes to using technology. Yeah.
I see. Okay, we can go next to the rural-urban education gap.
Okay.
So for the questions is what are the difference in educational facilities and resources between schools in urban and rural areas?
Okay, so in urban and rural area, if we look at the infrastructure such as electricity, internet, basic device supply, I think we can already see a gap here. In the city, I would say so far I have not met the students that have no internet at home. Yeah. Whereas in outskirts or in, let's say, kampong school, it would be very common to have internet problem connection. Sometimes it's not students not having money to buy internet or to buy mobile data, but just because there is simply no internet connection in their area. Even me myself as a teacher, when I teach in Sempurna, a lot of times at some places I really couldn't get internet access. So that is the challenging part when it comes to basic infrastructure. And another one would be family income. Like I say, maybe some places where family income is not that sufficient or not that high. Yeah, technology, learning with a technology, with a device is no longer a priority for parents because they just need to survive day-to-day basis and they just need their kids to be able to go to school. That's the least that they can do. Yeah. So when it comes to using technology, I guess that becomes a limitation or challenges in terms of infrastructures and also facilities. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the next question, sorry, we need to fast.
Okay.
Question 2 for that title. In your opinion, what measure can be taken to reduce the educational gap between urban and rural areas?
Okay, I think from policymakers such as the Ministry of Education, it should allow flexibility to teachers whether or not to use technology in the classroom. Let's say today, if we really do not have a projector, then allow teacher to just use textbook, exercise book, or any other creative way to teach. Whereas for teachers, be creative, use whatever resources that you can get. And for students themselves, I think it is very important that students don't feel like I am lack of something so I cannot study properly. That is actually a fixed mindset. So I think students, let's say from where you've grown up, okay, there seems to be a lot of limitation, but you outgrow it. So you become a degree student now. So I think it's a very inspirational story that you should definitely share with your juniors if they come to you and say, oh, I cannot study because I don't have so much resources. Yeah. So that's what I think there is a way that we can do to reduce the technological gap or educational gap. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next question. What extent are teachers today prepared to adapt to changes in the education system and technological advancements?
Okay, I think most of the teachers that I know, they are quite tech savvy or they are really eager to learn how to use technology because we have to. It used to be just writing our application paper, and now we have to submit it through Google Classroom. So we are somehow forced to learn. Okay, if we don't learn, then we are going to be eliminated by this technological era. Okay, so I think teachers are pretty much prepared, and we are really trying our best to adapt to the technology nowadays. Yeah.
Okay, last question is, what skills or competencies should teachers possess to meet the demands of 21st century education?
Okay, I have 3 values. First one is perseverance. Okay, that means that it is hard to do things sometimes. Let's say I don't know nothing about technology or I just started learning. Thus, it is important to have the best interest of student in our heart, so that we'll continue learning. And the second one is to have empathy. I wouldn't say that these students don't have technology, they don't have phone, they cannot learn, so I just give up on them. No, we have to find a way to help them to learn in that case. And then last one, be resourceful. Like I said, if plan A doesn't work, let's think about plan B. If plan B cannot work, then maybe find someone with a plan C that can help me work out something. Yeah? So I think that is very important, and these are definitely the skills or values that teachers should have in this 21st century.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, sure.